Okay, and welcome to another one. Again, thank you for everybody that's interacting, sending me questions and messages and everything. It's just great to be able to support people on their journey to grow something big or begin the ideas that they really want to do something, impactful, and just want a bit of help and guidance. This is what this is for. This is to help you guys make none of the mistakes that I made and make all of the progress that I made in a lot shorter, a lot quicker, and a lot less painfully. I've learned some painful lessons along the way, which I'll go through. People have tried to scam me out of 25 grand and all sorts of crazy stories, which will be coming up probably next week now that I've mentioned it. So, hot topic. I was talking to somebody today, really passionate about starting something. They're very, very interested in cooking, actually. And I said to him, just jump in, just start. And I had to point out that you don't need a business plan. This is going to sound really, really controversial, but the reality is you don't actually need a business plan, okay? So don't spend weeks and months and sometimes years developing this 7,000 page document that's going to detail every single business thing that you're going to do with the company, because no business plan ever failed on paper. Not a single one. All of them are successful because they're based on assumptions that the market's going to stay the same, pricing's going to stay the same, your sector's going to stay the same, you're going to get your funding exactly where you need it, exactly when you want it, and it's going to come with no strings attached, and all of that fantasy, wonderful unicorns and rainbows stuff. Doesn't work like that, yeah? What you do need is some sort of project overview. Now that needs to cover your mission statement, who you are, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, where you want to get to, and your goal destination for the organization. We'll highlight your team and we'll talk about your sector. Some stats to indicate any growth or the potential success that your company will have in the sector as well. That's about it. Now, talking about projections and trying to look forwards and project what kind of money your company or organization or revenue to make the project that you're going to do sustainable, or some sort of indication of that, is basically an educated guess for the reasons I stated before. You're assuming that things are going to work out exactly how you expect them to work out. No hidden costs are going to come. The reality with business, it typically costs twice as long and costs you double the amount of money you need. Yeah. So with every project that I do, I overfinance it, always. I like double the amount that I need as standard, typically, because you never know what's going to happen. And I'd rather borrow big and be secure that the project's going to succeed. And I actually learned this from Sam Kenneth. Well, he's Sam Kenneth Allende now. He got married. Co-founder of Liberty. Has done a range of projects around Africa, which partnered with Alphabet, I believe. Brilliant marketing mind, brilliant guy. If you're gonna borrow big, because then the project will succeed. If you borrow small, then not only is the risk of the project there as standard, you then also have the financial risk of possibly running out of money, which doesn't make any sense. And if you borrow big, you end up with partners because the people are invested, or the investors are invested in seeing you succeed. Yeah, so borrow big. And I actually didn't get very much attention for any of my projects when I was asking for, 200K, 300K, 400, 500K. It's only when the projects I was pitching were worth millions that people actually started responding to me and actually, engaging properly, because the bigger the actual sum they put in, the bigger the return that they're expecting. It just makes the project more sure. Why take the same level of risk? Because it's the same level of risk of 500K and, a million, than not have the financial surety of having something reserved for, operating costs, future projects, contingency plans, all these kind of things which just make sense, essentially. Coming back to the core topic, investors are actually not going to read your business plan. They're going to want to read your overview document. They'll talk about your mission statement, talk about your team, your sector research, and what you expect to do and the waves you expect to make in your industry. That's it. Yeah. So I think I'll leave it there. It's a nice little short one today, but I think that will help a lot of you. And if you need to find out or see what a document like this looks like, I'm happy to share one of mine for one of my projects. You'll be able to see exactly how I laid it out. It is as simple as that, and it gets you all the attention you need to start the conversations. A business plan will need to come into play, but further down the line. Because you know who reads business plans? Lawyers and accountants. And you know when you need to engage with lawyers and accountants? When things are just about to be agreed. So when you're further down the conversation and you've spoken and asked as many questions as you possibly can to your funder, what's your safe zone? What's your comfort zone for investing? What kind of payback periods do you like? Are you able to do debt financing, or do you need equity? As in, for those that don't really know these business terms, are you just gonna loan me the money, or do you want a share of my company? That's what debt and equity is, yeah? Or can we do a combination? I'll give you 10% equity and you give me X amount as a loan. And structure it where if we hit success targets, can I buy back the equity from you? And all these different conversations. So you can actually write a detailed business plan according to the exact amount of money you're gonna borrow with the exact term of payback, which is gonna be 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, 5 years, 10 years. Well, typically they're on like 10 years, but yeah. So you'll have the exact specific figures. So when the investor actually peruses over the business plan, they can actually see figures that will make sense to them because you've had the conversation about it. That's when a business plan comes into play. That's when the accountants can then look through all your projections and say, actually, this looks pretty realistic. It's a go from us. The lawyers will read through it and say, yeah, structurally, the way they want to do what they want to do is legal and it fits and it all comes together pretty well. That's when you do a business plan. Don't spend your first days, weeks, months, years creating this 7 million page document which details every single possibility that most likely won't happen. Yeah. Now my wife started a company and they wrote a business plan and it looks very, very different from their business that they're doing now, because where they thought that they were going to get all their custom, it's not where it's coming from. All their marketing strategies and where they thought they were going to get their most leads actually isn't where it's all coming from. And their business is actually doing really well, but it doesn't look like the business plan that they wrote initially. So yeah, there's more on that. I might bring my wife on the channel one day. She might tell you all about it, but I'll leave that to her. So I'll leave that there. Like I said, I wanted to keep this short. Like, subscribe, share, get in touch. My details are LordAllanKennethOkello on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. What else am I on? Have I said YouTube? Probably said YouTube already. And